Raffles, headquartered in Singapore with global satellite offices, is a diversified financial services company serving Asia Pacific. The company offers a large suite of solutions, including IPO advisory, fundraising, restructuring, corporate finance, wealth management, and consulting for family trusts and offices. Backed by multiple high-profile strategic partners such as BMO Private Bank, Red Oak Capital, China Securities, and Pacific Liberty, Raffles is a profit-generating company with an attractive dividend policy. Raffles has recently become listed on the Canadian Securities Exchange under the symbol RICH. And today we are talking to its chairman, Dr. Charlie In, whose 40+ years of experience covers sales, operations, finance, restructuring, M&A, capital sourcing, investments, IPO, and reverse takeovers. He is very creative. Over the next 3 years, Raffles is planning to train and engage 30 new representatives in provinces across China that will be able to offer the company's services to local businesses looking to go public on major stock exchanges. How does the fact that you are based in Singapore impact your business plan, especially with signing reps in China?
Thanks, Kathy. It is for this reason that we need to have representatives in all the various provinces of China and the key cities of Southeast Asia, so that we can have a local expertise to serve clients in those locations, more so in this current situation. And at the same time, we have satellite offices in Beijing, Hong Kong, Shanghai, and Zhengzhou. They are all run by our senior executives, local people, and they're led by our CEO, who's based out in China, Dr. Victor Liu. So currently, we are training candidates that can become representatives. And once they pass their on-the-job training and we certify them, then they can be appointed to specific provinces to act as our official representatives.
All the countries were hit hard by the pandemic, and Asia is no exception. How has the COVID-19 situation impacted your operation? Did you have to adjust anything in your business plan and/or projections as a result of this?
Our progress is hindered by the pandemic, but fortunately, China has no restrictions on the business movement. Our colleagues there are free to do all their business as per normal in the various provinces of China. And with the pandemic, the growing need for fundraising has gone up significantly, and we are getting a constant stream of deals coming into our pipeline. And at the same time, we are also working very hard despite this pandemic to meet our forecasts. But having said that, we will try to lower our expectations a little bit. And the target now is to train and appoint 10 province representatives each year for the next 3 years. So we take it a little bit down in our expectations, but we try to stay on course in achieving our objectives. So we are looking at each of our representatives to contribute at least $1 million in profit per year.
Raffles is an interesting cross between an asset management firm, an M&A firm, and a business valuation firm. Do you plan to acquire companies in any or all of these sectors anytime soon?
Yes, we are looking actively at various fintech opportunities, such as wealth and fund management systems, payment media and gateways, multilateral trading facilities. So any of such acquisition or alliances must add profits immediately. And it must also reinforce our strategic intent to become a full suite solution provider in the private and investment banking business. And of course, we do not want to be bogged down by the complex compliance issues that have been suffered by traditional banks, So in other words, we would like to look at new businesses that are free and easy, and at the same time, businesses that can add to our bottom line immediately.
What steps are you taking to improve the stock liquidity?
I think our first step is to do an extensive outreach in Canada, especially in Toronto. We want Bay Street to really know more about Raffles, that we are a high dividend paying firm that's fast growing. And currently we are ranked number 6 on the CSE 25 index and number 1 on the diversified industry list. So we are working with CSE and some of the leading brokerages to make it easy for our Asian and European investors to trade. And at the same time, we are activating our OTC QX listing to enable the US investors to buy our shares. And once we hit $10 per share and have $1 billion market cap, I think it will gain significant traction.
What will Raffles' dividend policy look like going forward? How will it be calculated? Do you have an estimate as to what the potential yield will be?
Raffles, we are not a capital intensive business and we are very frugal. So our policy is to pay out at least 75% of our profits as dividends. And this is to ensure that our shareholders and staff are rewarded by way of tax efficient dividends and capital gains. So for example, in 2019, we paid out $9 million in dividends out of $10 million profit. And that gives us a DPS of about 18 cents. Based on our listing price of $5, the yield was 3.6%. So we do not have to do a profit guidance announcement despite this pandemic. And thereafter, we would like to hold our first AGM to get shareholders approval for the dividend distribution. And I hope that is good news for everybody.
Okay, great. Thank you, Charlie. We appreciate your time and answering all these questions.